real deal. Okay, so this girl put this, I thought this was key. She says, nothing worse than having a great conversation with a man. And then he says that one thing that reminds you that he's just another man, just like all the rest. And we coach and we tell guys over and over, before you start fucking a girl, from the moment you meet her, through all the text exchanges, to her sitting in front of you, to the minute you start fucking her and, fuck her 3 or 4 times that first week, she's looking for a reason to disqualify you. That is why we suggest the phone is for logistics only. Do not talk her out of it. I couldn't really think of a good tweet that would encompass everything, but just like online game, you meet her online, get her offline onto text, little sexy banner, little back and forth, set up the date, get off the fucking phone. Because again, all she's looking for with all men before she starts fucking them is a reason to disqualify you. A reason to disqualify them. And again, game is so much of knowing what not to do. So many guys would be banging far more women if they knew what. They don't need to know what to do. They just need to know what not to do. And the longer you talk, the more words that come out of your brain, the more interactions you have, the greater the chance you'll say something that disqualifies you. And it doesn't, you'll never know what it was. It could have been anything. It could have been I don't really like cats. And she's like, yeah, my ex-husband hated my cat. No, I'm not going to see this guy. I've been through this before. I like my cat. It's really that simple. Again, that he's just a man like any other. Keep it vague. Women like mystery. They will fuck you without knowing your name, your last name for sure. It doesn't matter if they feel good. So remember, the less is more when it comes to game. Don't become her text buddy. The phone is just for logistics until you get in front of each other. Because once you're in front of her, again, online, all of that, all the texting, all the DMs, anything that's not in person is a waste of time. It's only for logistics until you can meet together and get to fucking, because all she's doing at that point is looking for a reason to disqualify you. And the more you talk, the more likely, consciously or unconsciously, you'll say, and she'll try to lure you in too. You'll say something that puts her off and you're disqualified. Again, less is more. Logistics only, little sexy banner, some logistics, and get her in front of you. And then just like we always say, if she meets up with you, there's a 99% chance she'll fuck you if you don't talk her out of it. That gives you an idea of how important this don't talk her out of it is. It happens all the time. And this girl pretty much just proved, all she has here is one thing that turns everything over. And it's interesting is, why is everybody's you might ask, why is it up until I fucked her a few times? Because before you fuck her, she's looking, like I said, hardwired to find a reason not to fuck you. But after she's fucked you 3 or 4 times, then her brain has to start recognizing that she made this decision. Therefore, the things that you do, she'll justify to herself why it's a good idea. It's okay. She has to go, I fucked this guy for a reason. And she'll start working in your favor, in your corner, to solidify her decision to start having sex with you. Again, this is a basic framework. And that's why before you start fucking on a regular basis, logistics only on that phone, just try to stay off of it and get her in front of you and move her from stranger to naked and in your bed, rinse and repeat. And then you can deal with what you want to deal with going forward. But that's the real deal. Before you fuck a girl, she's looking for reasons or a reason to disqualify you. That is why we suggest the phone is for logistics only. Do not talk her out of it. Next slide.